Welcome, welcome. We are here in Brampton, Ontario with the first game of the weekend. We are here with CUUC Ultimate Canadian Championships. We are on the VC Showcase field today, and I have my co-commentator with me. I'm Elise Racine. I'll be with you all weekend this weekend, and we got Lance Blackstock who will be commentating with us. So Lance, welcome to the team.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. It's pretty awesome to be here in Brampton. We're going to be seeing some pretty awesome frisbee this morning. It's going to be a pretty awesome one. Really, wind is very strong today. I think got the wind going away from us, so we'll see how these teams will be able to adjust today.
We have two teams for the first game today. Is Regina against the Newfoundland. Teams coming from an area of the world where they're used to the wind. So definitely today it's we got a bit of a crosswind and maybe an up-down wind, and we'll see how this matchup gets going.
Yeah, so it looks like we got I guess who's we start on? All right, so we got number 81 pass up to number 91. Shoots up a high pass here. Oh, great D by number 4. Before Riley Martell. Just got it on that inside there and had a nice D. Good read. So we got him right on the goal line here. Look to see if they can move it up. Looks to reset to the middle, number 7. Hits the break side, number 4. Back to Riley. Back to number 7, Nicholas Carnage. Oh, hits a nice little break side. It's floating though. Oh, great grab by number 15, Zach Schultz. Hits up to number 11, still in the middle of the field. Oh, nice little break pass. Hits again to number 15, Zach Schultz. Oh, how nice little break pass. Looking for the huck, fakes it. Looking around, looking. Nice, he gets it back to the middle. He's looking. Oh, great cut by number 2. Looks it off. Hits the reset, number 7, Nicholas Carnage. Back to number 2. Looks like number 7 is really moving this offense really well. Hits another back to number 7. Again, hits that break side to number 11, Austin Reimer. Nicholas is really moving the disc very well, almost getting every second pass here. Back to the middle. Oh, Stockhouse must be getting high. He's looking for a reset. He's hanging, trying to tow it. Oh, it looks like it was out, so there's a turn for Regina. So Memorial's going to be picking up the disc, starting on their side of the field.
Just out of bounds there, but really good effort, especially with this wind, trying to move the disc. And, Memorial put on a really tough defense there.
Definitely. Yeah, it looks like Regina's coming to the zone. It was a nice pass to number 13. Oh, what a big D by number 4, Riley Martell. So here we go. Looks like just person-to-person defense for Regina. For Memorial. Number 2 gets the disc. That was Brady Reed. Up to number 11. They're just kind of moving up their sideline, looking for a cut. Nice little break pass. Oh, that was a big cut. 91 really closed in very well on that.
The Memorial defense is just really tough here, and with the wind, obviously it's not helping. You can just tell a bit of a struggle there for the handlers on Regina.
Yeah. All right, so again, looks like Regina's still coming with that zone, forcing Memorial into a lot of passes. Moving up very well, though, on the far side. Oh, great break. Just unfortunate drop there. So Regina looking for the big huck. Oh, it's hanging. Oh, great grab on number 15. Zach Schultz. He's right on the goal line now. He's got number 7. This is back to number 12. Number 7, who's been this mastermind on this offense right here. Resets back to the middle. Again, number 7 is just really anchoring. It's an unfortunate throw there. Oh, supposed to be hurt on the play.
You know, it really turned around for Regina there in that last defensive position. They put on the zone, which is a really good strategy for weather with wind. They were able to get the disc back and work their way towards the end zone. Unfortunately, the wind took advantage of that last point. Like you said, Nicholas Carnegie has just been leading this offense for sure.
Yeah, so here he is again. Oh, I guess the call was a foul. Oh, unfortunate turn there again. So Memorial picks up the disc, looking for the big bomb. Number 91 throws it. Looks like it's going to stay in and out of bounds. Looks like it was just trying to huck it away from their end zone and try to, play the position.
A little huck and pin game, as we call it.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with this wind, I think it's now up-down. It's very windy up on the tower here. Me and Lance got our gloves on and trying to stay warm.
Yeah, we hanging in there. So again, we got Regina stuck on the sideline, doing very well to, really moving up the sideline very well. And then once they hit the middle of the field, just unfortunate there. Yeah, again, I like in this zone that Regina is really playing very well. Just again, forcing Memorial into a lot of passes. What we're not seeing is Memorial's not really trying to attack a lot of the middle of the field.
Yeah.
They're looking just really either hit the open side. Okay, that was a really nice break to the middle, but there's no continuation, trying to keep that flow going.
Yeah, and you can tell a few unforced errors from the Regina side. They get the offensive positioning and they kind of just get a little stuck with the wind or the movement of the handlers, but a lot of turnovers right now for both teams.
Exactly, yeah, definitely. Oh, this is hanging. Oh, Memorial there with the D there. So Memorial about 15 yards from their end zone, number 91 with the disc. It's a nice little pass, and there's the goal.
First point, was a lot of back and forth for the first point, and to be expected today is just windy. It's always hard to decipher strategy and what you're going to do in terms of offense and defense, but I think if you can maintain the possession and keep working, you can see Memorial is just, like we said before, they're used to wind weathers. So it's nice to see that they just kept pushing the disc, and they look like they're a bit smaller of a bench than Regina. Regina has been in this area, and I think we're having Memorial being one of their first times appearing at CUCs. So that's very nice to see.
Definitely. No, I think what was really working well for Regina is they hit the break side very well. They're really spacing themselves. Like number 7, Nicholas, was really anchoring that flow up the wind very, very well. Just a couple of key misses there close to the end zone. But to credit to Memorial to, get the Ds that they needed to and, playing the position. And once they got the disc about 15 yards, that one pass there to really get the goal. So that was great. But like you said, a couple turnovers, but Memorial hanging on. So we're going to look to see if Memorial could try to get a big D going upwind. A nice bit of pull is hanging, but lands at half field. Got number 14 with the disc, looking for the middle. That's a nice little break side, but the wind just pushed it down. So again, quick turnover for Regina. We got Memorial with the disc. Again, here's Regina playing that zone. Hits the middle, break side open, number 15. Oh, big fake. Again, none of the little crashes into the middle of the cup. Oh, wow. Nice little scuba rack, gets it over. Right now, it looks like Memorial is okay with kind of doing handler movements. Oh, man, very confident with that. He gets it. Oh, we got one eye open. Shoots the shot. That was a big read. Oh, that was very close.
And number 2, Moose, with just the wild throw in the end zone. It's nice to see Memorial kind of risking a lot of their passes right now. I think it's still super early in the game. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we're seeing a bit of mixed throws, we got some scoobers and hammers coming out from the Memorial side, it's diversing the playing style and having Regina really adjust.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that was a really good option. Oh, here we go. It's kind of hanging here. Got number 4, Riley Martell with a big grab. He's got no options right now. Looking for a reset, number 14. Joshua Christensen. Oh, looks like a pick call. All right, got to pass up to. Oh, it looked like he did have possession of that disc and then got hit on that.
And I'm sure with the spirit of game, we'll see a good little conversation. I think the observer's getting a bit involved here to just give some guidance. Definitely good effort by both players, really getting aggressive in the end zone. Super important, especially in the end zone. I think with the wind, the disc is flying in every which way possible, so sometimes. But that's a goal for Regina.
It is, yeah. It's like number 16, Chris Taharski. Again, really getting that inside body positioning on that to secure the goal. And again, it was really awesome spirit from a Memorial defender there to acknowledge that he had possession of this. And yeah, that was a really good point. Again, Memorial had a couple of chances. Just earlier turnover there, like Regina player had forced the Memorial to go up early and went over his head. But credit to Regina marching right back down the field and scoring that goal.
Yeah, one of the things the coach mentioned from Regina just before the game started today is that the boys make his job a lot easier. He's finding his seniors are really stepping up and, kind of making it less of having to coach and more so, guide his players to victory. So that's super nice to see. And it's also nice to see that from Newfoundland we have a female on the field. Always nice in the open ties.
Yeah.
Number Emily DOA. So she's the captain.
Very nice. Yeah, no, that's very awesome. It's great seeing that.
My apologies, that's number 22. We'll probably get a good number out of her. There's a few women actually on the field. As a female, it's nice to see some women frisbeeing. Males always gives a different challenge to the men and the way they play defense.
Definitely. So again, here we got Memorial starting on offense. Again, Regina playing that classic zone. Good first move up to the far side with number 80 around the disc. Looking to the middle. Wow. Very nice. So, yeah, number 22, yeah, that is Victoria McKay. Oh, there's a little costly turnover there. Nice to the break side, catch by number 8, Andrew Benson. Nice big up line. Number 12, Lee Barber. Moving this very nicely up the sideline. Oh, it looks like a travel call. Oh, so travel call. So yeah, you got Lee Barber with the disc, number 12. Hits number 2, Brady Reed. Looking for a reset. It's number 8. You got Andrew Benson. Oh, a nice up line by number 14. Joshua Christensen hitting the middle. So it's really nice movement seeing Regina, just spacing, not really looking for the. Oh, a nice big grab by number 11, Austin Reimer, with a big goal. And just some really beautiful flow there by Regina, just hitting a little bit of that open side on the up line. Didn't try to force anything there up line. They went back to the middle of the field, looked for that one big cut on the open side. Great catch by Reimer for the goal.
Yeah, and that's it's a 2-1 game, 2 for Regina and 1 for Memorial. It's really nice, like you had mentioned before. Regina seems to be very calm. Their end zone, however, tended to look a little bit crowded, and I think that maybe their strategy for today. There's never a perfect end zone. It's really to mix things up and to challenge your defense. And you could tell that the Memorial was just falling back a little bit on the defensive end on that last possession. And, of course, number 11 made a beautiful grab. Reimer just great bid there to get the disc and the point.
Definitely. Yeah, there's definitely some key players so far that we're seeing. We're seeing number 7, Nicholas Carnegie, earlier in the game, really anchoring the upwind flow. And then some other names are just starting to come up. Like it looks like Regina really deep squad that has really comfortable handlers that are okay with moving the disc, getting every second pass. Not forcing a lot of things. So it's really nice to see that from Regina, especially upwind points.
And like the coach mentioned earlier, he's got a lot of seniors on his team, so seniors are saying experience for sure.
Definitely. Experience really makes a big difference, so it's really awesome where a coach can just sit back and let his players just do their thing that they're used to doing.
Exactly. Well, this looks like a different strategy. We had a bit of a four-man cup
you're right.
towards the far side of the field there.
Yep. But again, Memorial's being very patient, though. Like, they're just taking easy passes. Again, they're really working it through the handlers. Getting that one nice little break and then continuing that break side. They're very patient. We're just trying to find that one option, and once that hole opens up, then they're going to town.
Yeah, and you can see the pressure coming in Regina in that cup for the zone is super strong, but on an unfortunate drop there by number 15. And I'll turn into Regina's possession.
Mm-hmm. So we got, looks like number 12, they put the disc to number 15, Zach Schultz. Nice big target. He's definitely been catching a lot of big grass. Oh, just unfortunate there. Again, Memorial picking up on the far side, on the far line there. Man, Schultz is just a big defender there trying to, but they get it out though. Unfortunate. See, Regina again is really okay with Memorial, taking just a lot of passes, and as you adding up those passes, the chances of drops really get higher. And as you see, just a couple of turnovers so far from Memorial.
Just a few unforced drops, just right in your hands, and it tends to just fall out. Mm-hmm. And just a turnover there by Regina, and a good grab by number 12, Santos, from Memorial.
Oh, you got number 2, just kind of high one here, but a big grab on number 24. Hits a big backhand OI. And it looks like a goal. Goal upwind for number 12. And Memorial with a big upwind point there.
Yeah, and just that little turnover in midfield. It happens so fast after we turn it over, depending on the positioning of the field. And you could see Memorial took a big advantage there, really just used those risky throws and those lofty passes to throw it into the end zone. Santos was the start of that little big. He ended up scoring the goal for Memorial.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. Again, those risky passes are very underrated. Sometimes you just kind of huck and pray that your big targets will come down with those, and sometimes you just get lucky. So. But no, credit to them, taking the risk to try those, and benefited them for sure. So we got 2-2, so still tie game. Again, a couple turnovers back and forth, but so overall still a really good game. Still early.
Yeah, and you can tell that there's a lot of experience from both sides, actually. A lot of people who have been playing Frisbee. Victoria McKay has played 3 years of UVic.
Yeah, UVic.
Women's.
Nice.
So
that's University of Victoria.
Very nice to see, and there's some U24 players on Memorial.
Again, here we got Regina again going upwind. Looks like Memorial is playing a little bit of person-to-person defense. Wow, Regina's doing very well, getting a lot of those. Nice big D. Big D by looks like Erlis, number 0. So we got Memorial again, just looking for the break opportunity. House number 24, unfortunate drop. So it gives Regina a nice short field to work with. Up to number 8. Andrew Benson. Back to number 8 to Benson again. Trying to look for the break side. Looking at the break side. Oh, very nice pass. Caught by number 16. Back to number 14, Joshua Christensen. It's number 7. Oh, there's Carnegie. Craftsman. Looking for the up line. Number 14. Oh, number 14 just kind of rushed that throw there. Joshua.
I think he saw him making that beautiful cut on the open side just a bit too much with the wind. And now Memorial's in a good position to score here. They're midfield, but the Regina's just put on their zone.
Yep. All right, so hits a little bit, just kind of give and go here. Oh, hits a little hammer to number 10. Oh, that was coming out really hard too.
It looked the half end of their field. Their deep guys were a bit stagnant, waiting for the disc maybe to come to them. What makes a zone work is really that you have some poppers and some movement in the downfield, especially with this wind. They got to keep it short with their passes. And a beautiful defensive play there by number 3, David Whitney Brown.
Very nice. So about 5 yards out of the end zone here, looking for this break opportunity. We'll see what they do. Got number 25 trying to get open here. Nice big break. Get to the middle of the field. Back to number 3 to Brown. This is nice give and go to 24. Hits the up line. Oh, that was a great catch by number 10.
Number 8, Benson, had good defensive positioning on him. Would have made it a bit harder to catch, but it's always nice to see the throw go out. You can tell the end zones are struggling a little bit. I think rushing the play is affecting both teams.
Definitely, I agree. All right, so we got a nice little upwind. Number 14 is a big huck. We got Brown. Looks like that height matchup really benefited him. You get that nice easy D. House with the disc. Back up to Brown. Brown is, again, looking at one to get every second pass. He's really anchoring this offense here. House with the disc in the middle of the field. Back to Brown. House and Brown are definitely taking every second pass. Up to number 10. Back to Brown. Again, Brown was like every pass. Oh. Looked like Brown got a little injured there.
Hopefully everyone's okay. I think it was a little bit of a trip up. We had a Regina player just kind of fall behind and end up hitting a Memorial player.
Yeah, Brown was going up for the short little pass to the break side, and like you said, the Regina player kind of just clipped his leg. Kind of stopped everything there.
It's literally never fun to get stomped on with cleats in your toes, and you know, if you've played in any frisbee style competitive or league, you know that hurts, especially when it's really cold.
Definitely. Yeah, it's one of those really hard things to try to deal with mentally, and you keep on thinking about that going forward. Like, okay, I'm gonna be okay to keep going. So hopefully, Brown looks like he's be okay. Hopefully he's not too serious. He's standing, so.
We do have a little bit of a discussion. It looks like it is a turn, and it'll be Regina's discs.
Okay.
The timing was a little bit weird there. Memorial did catch the disc. Would be after the injury, so there's definitely questioning, and the observers came in and held that decision.
So we got number 14, Joshua with the disc, centers it, and then hits to the far side to number 8, and up to number 11. Oh, again, here we see Carnegie with the disc. Oh, that was a nice little bid opportunity there.
Huge turnover on that end zone line. You could see Memorial just change their defense a bit. They put a lot of pressure on the handlers, and they paid attention to the fact that Regina has been very patient with their handler movement. So to really attack that, put a lot of pressure.
Definitely, yeah. So another big break opportunity for Memorial here. We got House Again with the disc. Looking for Brown. Okay, Brown gets the disc on the far side. Oh, a nice big around. Oh, costly drop there again by number 0.
Throwing his body everywhere. He's at every spot.
Definitely.
He was on defense, got that big bid. And then on offense, he's really putting himself in the opportunity to, be an impact and a threat on both ends of the field.
I agree. Again, here's Regina. Oh, it looks like a nice pass is hanging up. Oh, right on the goal line, number 11 with the disc. For a big converting hold here. And there it is. Wow, goal scored by number 8, Andrew Benson. Assisted by number 11, Austin Reimer. So again, a big break opportunity Chance Memorial had on that end zone line. And again, like you said, number 0 laid his body in line and it just got out of his hands. And then Regina just marched it right up the field in this upwind, not letting the wind phase them, and converted the nice hold upwind. So we got Regina up 3-2. Yeah, it's been a really, really great game. Again, Regina seems again being a team that, I guess, not letting the wind phase them. They're really taking their patience with moving the disc very well. Whether using just up the sideline and, or hitting the brake side and going around. It just seemed to have an option everywhere.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, they're super deep. Like, Reimer and Benson being super big threats on the offensive end. Martel, number 4, and Carnegie, like just some really strong players. It's not to say that Memorial's doing a good job in staying in this game. We do see a bit more power coming from Regina. They seem to be the team that's making more of a threat. But however, Memorial does have some background experience here with Frisbee. They tend to have a pretty diverse group. And there's going to be a timeout for Regina right now.
Okay.
And so, Lance, what do you think about this timeout? What are the coaches saying to their players? We're still early in the game. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, I think from Regina's perspective, I think the coach would be very happy with their offensive flow. Like I said, they have, like I said, very deep handlers that are able to keep the disc alive, making great decisions, not being too hasty, being very, very patient. On defense, we know on the Memorial side for sure, number 24, House, and number 3, I believe, Brown, have been the anchors right now in the offense for the Memorial side. So I think they could be happy from Regina that, they're keeping those two kind of grounded a little bit and not really putting too much of their presence on the field. And I think the coach just said, okay, just keep the awesome flow and you'll be fine. Whereas I think on the Memorial side, again, like you said, the game is still very close. A couple of opportunities there. I think if they just try to be a bit more patient when they're close to the end zone, they could really take advantage of those break opportunities, because that would have been a 3-2 up for them if Memorial would have scored that break. So I think both teams could be very happy so far.
Yeah, it's definitely a super close game. The score is 3-2 for Regina. We are here at VC Showcase Field on the Friday morning of CUC Ultimate Championships. We got maybe the sun is peeking out just a little bit. Hopefully it may warm up with the sun, and we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Got our first pull from Regina.
Yep, so we got Memorial in the middle of the field, again going upwind. Again, Regina coming down with that classic zone. Schultz being that big handler mark there. Julie just trying to force the Memorial handlers to have to throw around his big, big arms. But doing very well. Oh, it's hanging there. Oh, a nice little grab by Victoria. Really, really good job to keep possession of that disc. Again, the Memorial doing very well with just keeping it alive between the handlers. Taking the small little holes by the downfield cutters. We got number 23 with the disc up to number 7. Fakes the overhand handler. Oh, nice breakthrough.
Good effort there by number 13.
Yeah. Oh, nice big shot there. Just on the goal line. And then Schultz with the goal. Number 15. And that's a break for Regina.
Yeah, and you can see now Schultz, number 15, he's a big body. You know, sometimes it's a big body. It helps in the zone, your length. You can tell that, you know, he's been in the spots at the right time there in the end zone to score his first goal.
Yeah. No, again, playing with this wind, when you have a big mark like Schultz for sure, it makes it very, very difficult because then you got to play your angles with your throw a little bit differently to credit with the wind. So it's really nice having a target like that, like Schultz playing right on the mark, forcing Memorial to really have to get the throws around him. And it was a great turn, and Regina took advantage of that. So, yeah, scores 4-2 Regina.
So definitely Memorial as a team seems to be newer to the CUC side of things. I think, like we said, there's a player on this team, Andrew Workman, a cancer survivor. That's pretty inspiring to be able to continue playing a sport that you love while struggling with a terrible, terrible disease. So that's really nice. We got a few players that played for UVic, Victoria, and also David Whitney Brown also played for UVic. So yeah, you know, they do have a bit of experience, you know, even though they're not as strong or as deep as Regina is showing to be right now. They do have some experience, and they're being completely patient with the disc.
Definitely. Yeah. So again, we got Brown here on the sideline. Nice little scooper. Just no hesitation. Just gets it over with no problem. We got 91 with the disc here on the break side. Back to Brown. Brown tried getting every second pass. Oh, looks like a little foul call there.
And
love the spirit.
We're stepping on each other. You know, it happens. You're running at full speed, and sometimes you get tripped up by legs and arms, and you're stepping on each other, not on purpose.
Yeah.
Disc is in.
So again, Brown up to number 91 in the middle of the field. Oh, looking for the high pass backhand. Oh, I just didn't know that number 4 was coming in really quickly behind him. Could have attacked it just a little bit stronger, but number 4 with the D.
Martel.
So here, yeah, Martel.
Great defensive play there.
Yeah. So here we got Regina here on their just a little bit in their end zone. Gonna have to go the full 90 yards. Let's see if they can work it all the way up. Oh, looks like a pick call. I believe this is Carnegie with the disc up to number 13. Oh, looks like it was a bit of a foot block, kinda.
Yeah, there's a lot of defensive pressure there from number 93, specifically being super close to their end zone to score. That was really well done.
Yeah, looks like Brown didn't know he was not on the not on the goal line yet. Yeah, a little laugh about that. So quickly reset. Looking for the high backhand, and there's the goal to the break side. So nice hold by Memorial. Again, Brown with the nice inside backhand break. That's my favorite throw, actually. Like, break side, if you can take advantage of that break side a lot, makes your life way more easier.
Yeah, and you can tell they definitely have, both teams really have taken advantage of that. And we're seeing, you know, equivalent efforts from both sides. There's a lot of energy coming from the sidelines. It is, you know, the first game of the tournament for this weekend, so way to make a statement other than making it here, right? To start it off strong. These teams are coming in to try to, you know, make it to Sunday.
True. And so, yeah, this is the Friday qualifier. So if you, for our audience who don't know, like, so this is a very important day for those teams that are trying to make it into the Division One. And then the amount of teams that are vying for that spot, I believe there's only 2 bids to get into the big league. So, you know, from first game you got to be coming out strong. So I know these teams are looking to really put out a statement right away. You know, not letting the showcase kind of, you know, jitter them. Come out here, play their game, and set the tone for the weekend. So here we got number 8 with the disc and nice upline cut. Got Schultz making a sweet cut, but got looked off. Big break to number 10. Back to number 12. Back to number 11. A nice little full hitting that break side. Got number 10 about 5 yards from the end zone. This is number 14. Oh, a nice backhand break. And that's a goal by number 11. Austin Reimer.
Yeah, that's not the first time we see him there. Definitely, he has been part of the assisting his teammates in the end zone. Great bid there, obviously, and still a lot of pressure coming from Memorial. It's equally they're not making it easy for them to score in the end zone. You can see both guys are just bidding in the end zone score, so that's really good.
True. No, that's a good point. I think Memorial is really forcing Regina to throw a lot of passes, and it's credit to our last point we were saying about Regina having comfortable throwers that are okay with taking a lot of passes and keeping the disc alive. But no credit, Memorial is really hanging in there. We're forcing a lot of pressure, forcing to throw a lot of passes, so they're not making it hard for them. So it's really good. Memorial really staying with them.
Yeah, and like we've mentioned before, both of these teams are like super strong with their movement with the handlers. In both possessions, there's a lot of pressure, either from the zone or man, and you can tell the movement with the diversity of throws, hammers, scoobers, a lot of quick and short passes to work their way up the field in this win. And I think it's a super smart strategy to take for the weekend if it continues to be windy for teams to think about what they want to do.
Yeah, no, that's true. So, again, you get Memorial starting on the sideline. Oh, that disc landed inbounds. So, again, Brown. Oh, that was a costly. It looked like it was going to be a good throw, but just kind of hanged up. So, we got Regina with a short field. Again, working it upwind. Nice give and go by number 12. Looking for the inside. He's got to open. Mr. Carnegie. Oh, nice big cut by number 12. Gets a nice up line. About 5 yards up from the end zone. Looking for a big break upwind, which will be huge. Carnegie in the middle of the field. Looking for the break. Number 2, again, just inches from the end zone. Back to Carnegie. A little messy in the end zone. Number 8 with the dish, and it's confirmed. And that's a goal for number 8. Andrew Benson. And again, it's just really nice seeing some of the go-to players that Regina goes to keep the disc alive. Again, Carnegie, Nicholas being that go-to guy. Yeah, Regina's really just showing their depth. Just going to a different bunch of options. They don't get phased. They're making their great options when they need to. And it's a big break upwind.
Yes, that's for sure. It's definitely, some good Frisbee. We're seeing a lot of good Frisbee right now. Like we said, making that statement for the weekend is super important, especially in the latter of the day. Myself and Lance will be on air all weekend, also with another co-commentator, Theo, which will be here tomorrow. But we have 2 games this afternoon at 1:15 and 2:55, which are 2 games to go in the Opens division and Women's division. So definitely some good Frisbee today on the VC Showcase field.
That's definitely right. And again, we want to thank the city of Brampton for hosting this again. It's a very awesome complex. Was here for the mixed CUC, and just really awesome facility. So it's always good to be here again. Oh, so there was a costly turnover by Memorial. So again, a short field for Regina. Carnegie up line there to number 12. Again, a couple inches from the end zone. Again, look for another big break opportunity here. And hits Schultz right in the little tiny pocket of the end zone for the Regina break.
And yeah, that's his second time in the end zone for Schultz. The end zone game seems to be a little crowded from both sides. You can tell, obviously, that we're coming. Regina's been taking a bit of a lead here in this game. They're really trying to work their way up the field and then score in the end zone. So there's I believe there's maybe a quick timeout here. That would be by Memorial. Yeah, Memorial has proven that they deserve to be here, just as Regina is as well. I think Regina's taking a bit of a lead, however, but it's still early. So
yeah, definitely early. Again, I think it's just very small adjustments that Memorial would need to make. Again, we saw earlier in the game that Memorial did have two crucial break opportunities to score and could have put them up or even tied a game. So they're right there. I think they just made those small adjustments to be a bit more cleaner in the end zone, and not really crowding their go-to option. I think they'll be perfectly fine. Again, we know that number 24 House and Brown, number 3, as well as number 0, the cutter downfield, has been really keeping Memorial in this game. So we'll look to them to really still be that go-to. Again, like you said, the game is early, so we'll definitely see them be able to try to close the gap on this game. They're going to be going downwind, so hopefully they can take advantage of this.
Yeah, definitely. You'll see. We see some Santos, number 12, number 81 House, definitely. Just a few characters there, obviously, that have been able to really work their way up the field and be a threat for Regina.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So again, we're gonna see if Regina can see if they can make this pool get at least to halfway, and we'll probably be expecting that classic zone from them. It's been working very well for them. They get a couple passes and then Memorial turns it. So we'll see if the zone can end up working for them again. It's kind of interesting to seeing Regina playing the zone both downwind and upwind. What do you think would be Regina's strategy for doing that?
It's an interesting strategy from Regina. I think that they're aware of the threat of Memorial and how they can handle the disc, especially working both up or downwind on the field. So I think the zone pressure has been working for them, and Memorial's been turning the disc a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, see? Ooh. Oh, it looked like he did have that for a second, and Regina just pulled that out of his hand, but Regina will keep possession of that, and looking again for another break opportunity, up to number 8, up to number 11. To number 13 on that far side. A nice big upcut. Oh, looks like a pick call. He's got number 13 with the disc, looking for the break opportunity. Nice big mark by number 2. Number 8, trying to look for the big throw. The wind just kind of pushed it down there.
They have some chances to take as well. We've been seeing more chances coming from the Memorial side and the throws, but we've also seen some air balls coming from Regina, so they're looking to score, obviously.
Definitely. So again, Brown at number 91 doing a little give and go. But again, this Regina zone has been really being frustrating for Memorial. But, Brown, he does not hesitate with those scoopers, and they're really paying off, really benefiting the team. So they're about just under 10 yards here. Number 2 trying to, it's a little bit rushed by Moore there. Moose. But again, Brown, not hesitating on throwing those scoopers really opens up the field for Memorial. But it's just those last minute couple options that Memorial is throwing that not being able to really seal the deal when they're near the end zone.
For sure, for sure.
Ooh. All right, so we got Carnegie again with this. Moves up to number 11. It's up to number 8. Oh, again, Carnegie with the disc. Schultz getting the disc number 15. Oh, nice good pass to number 11. Austin Reimer. So it looks like Benson, Reimer, Schultz, and Carnegie have just been these 4 guys that just touching the disc almost every time. And that seems to really be, I think, being the veterans that are just showing their prowess on this field, just moving the disc so well. Break side, upline cuts. Again, there's number 8, Benson with the disc. About 5 yards from the end zone, looking for the goal. And number 4 gets the goal. Riley Martell.
Yeah, you saw a little bit of hesitations there with Schultz and Taharski. They were both looking to bid to that open side, but being super patient, obviously allowing to create space for the rest of the cutters in the end zone is super important, and they were able to capitalize.
Yeah, another big break there. I believe that's Regina's second break upwind. So again, not letting that wind really phase them. You know, again, like you said, at a point the coach has his veterans that are, using the experience and, showing, they're taking advantage of being comfortable with the disc and, really just keeping the disc alive and, getting every second pass. And it's really benefited for them that they got 2 breaks in a row, and now the score is 7-4, and I believe that's half for Regina.
So it's halftime. We got a score of 7-4. We are here at Brampton in Brampton, Ontario, VC Showcase Field. We'll be back. Welcome back. We're just coming out from the halftime here. The VC Showcase Field with Regina and Memorial with a score of 7-4 for Regina. So in this second half, Lance, what do you think that Memorial needs to, work on or take advantage of to make this a bit of a closer game?
I think Memorial, again, what they've been doing is with Brown, hitting a lot of the scoopers to get out of the zone. They're just a couple passes there from scoring the goal. So I think that they just take a bit more patient in the end zone, being a bit more stacked in the end zone, and really look for that one ISO player to take advantage of scoring those points. I think they'll be a little bit better. I think once they get out of the zone, they're moving the disc very well. I just think that's that last 5-10 yards. Once they get there, they need to just be a little bit more patient and really look for that 100% throw. But other than that, I think everything else is going really. They know it should be phased. So we got again Carnegie with the disc in the middle field for the break side to number 13. They're on their side of the field. Oh, we got Carnegie deep. Number 0 with the disc. Trying to catch up. Number 7, Carnegie, looking for the... Oh, sneaky pass there. Score up to number 13, Will Person with the goal. And nice, easy hold for Regina.
And that was a quick score by Regina for sure. They used the win there, 100%. I think coming out from the half, it's really good to have that. Still the same, goal in mind to, keep being a threat in the end zone and scoring the disc. Regina did that really well. They really worked, and they took that risky pass. They used the wind, and they were able to score. Unfortunately, Memorial was stumped by the energy that was brought out by Regina. Definitely need to bring some type of energy. It be, with some sideline encouragement, or maybe some different strategy coming from the coaches. It is very cold on this Friday morning, so do what you really need to do to get yourself kind of
fired up,
warmed up, and ready to go on the field. And
yeah, I was going to say that credit to Nicholas making a really big handler strike. He was on the far side and didn't see that anyone was deep or didn't notice the deep break side there, and he just took off. And a nice big pass wide open to him, and then he just a nice easy backhand, couple short passes to the goal. So again, those go-to players are really showing for Regina, really starting to take over this game. But Memorial, I feel like, can still make a run here. They're right there. So we got a couple nice easy passes here. We got Penny with the disc, number 9, in for the middle to number 91. In the middle of the field to Al. Hits the disc on the far side, up to number 9. Melting in the zone, trying to hit number 23. And there's the goal. Number 23, Miles Dooley. There we go. Oh, shoot. And apparently it's Miles Dooley's birthday. So happy birthday to you. Nice big goal. You see the team's definitely fired up for that. That could be the fire starter to make this team Memorial get on a run.
And there you could hear the energy from the sideline. Also, that it's his birthday, which is awesome. It's the little fire that they need, You could tell right in that play. They really were risking it in the end zone. They were trying to get that goal and, make this a bit of a closer game. And like you said earlier, Memorial is never out of this game. Games with Frisbee, it's always till the last minutes in the game. And they've got some powerful and very effective players on the field, so really well done there by Memorial.
Definitely. So we'll see if they can bring that same fire to try to get this big break here against this Regina squad. They're going upwind. I think the majority they've been playing man-to-man defense, so I think we'll still see that. We'll see if they can put a little bit more pressure to get this turn, and then hopefully take advantage and get a big break here.
Well, the sun is starting to come out through the clouds. Us in the commentators table and our cameraman here that's helping us out today of Sports Canada. Thank you to Sebastian.
Hey.
He's coming in clutch. We appreciate him.
Yep. All right. So so it looks like Moreau's coming with a zone. I guess this is the first time they're playing a zone. Really nice, strong cup here. So got number 14 here with this Joshua Christensen to number 8 Benson. Going to the middle, pass up to Will Person. Back to Benson. Benson here getting every second pass here. Looks like Memorial's melting. House trying to catch up the D to try and D up number 11, Reimer. Oh! Nice big D by House on number 24 from Memorial. Number 11, Austin Reimer, was trying to look for that second number 2, and he was close. A nice big bid. But that was a great catch-up D by House. So we'll see if Memorial will try to work this back up, 90 yards.
Yeah, beautiful. That was a great effort, obviously. So nice to see, second bids off of the tip of the Frisbee. So it was...
Yeah. All right, so we got Memorial's moving him nicely up the far sideline. Basically just popping in the cup. Hitting Brown. Oh, a nice through pass by Brown up to number 15. Hits the brick side to House. Up to Brown. Brown looking for the big hug. Oh, it's a nice pass. Oh. Number 10 was right through his hands, and number 2 looked like he had a second chance, but just missed it. So got Reimer up at the disc to Benson. Benson looking for up line to number 14. Christensen with the big flick huck. Oh, number 11 looked like he had a hand on it. Oh, he kind of shaking up here on his play.
Definitely good effort to try to avoid contact at all costs by number 6, although there was a bit of contact, and we got some observer talking here with some guidelines, and you got both players just discussing the play here.
Yeah, it looked like Reimer had a little bit of a piece of the disc and then missed it, and then the contact happened from the Memorial defender. So I can see, the Regina player deciding if he had either hit the contact which caused him to drop the disc, or if he had missed the disc first and then contact initiated. So I think that's what they're discussing right now. But still a great play by number 6 to at least be there to put some pressure on Reimer.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult to put the pressure without having contact. Frisbee is very non-contact, as much as we hope that no one gets injured, and they do their best on trying to keep it low contact for sure.
Correct.
But with those big bids, sometimes you're very close to your opponent, and you could nudge them a bit.
Yep. So it looks like he retracted the call, I guess, and so it's gonna be a turnover. So is it? Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Is it Regina's disc? Oh, I guess it is Regina's disc. I guess they accepted the foul call. I thought Reimer would have probably had the disc, but it looks like who's this number 14, Joshua Christensen with the disc right on the end zone line. Got a bit of a horizontal stack here in this end zone. Up to number 8, Benson, and then give and go right up to number 14. The goal to Joshua.
Yeah, you could see there they really had 2 or 3 of the players on the away side, giving the open side more space for the handlers to work that that triangle type of strategy, I guess, to get in the end zone. The continuous cuts, I think, like we've seen some familiar names be in the end zone, so definitely well played there.
Definitely.
Could have been good maybe for Newfoundland to maybe have a poach in that position, especially it was super open on that side, on the open side, and it was relatively a bit easier for Regina to get in there and score. So maybe to see, Memorial have a bit of a poach there would get Regina to swing the disc to the away side, which could make it a bit more difficult to score.
Well, yeah, again, I got to the way that the Regina players had set up. It was basically like a horizontal set in that end zone. And maybe if one of the Memorial players who were on the open side could have seen that up line coming up from the bail and at least try to have like a little poach D, I think really having your head on the swivel really helped to, if you can put yourself in a position to see your defender and at least, everything else, you may be able to put yourself in a good position to get the D or poach D. So maybe that's something that Memorial could be thinking of in the future. Regina decides to do that again, but no, still a great play by Regina too. Again, I believe that was a break for them too. So are we 9-5? 9-5 for Regina.
Yeah, there's still, a bit of time in this game for Memorial to put some points on the board here.
Yep.
They've had 1 point since half, so making a quick play maybe to get to the end zone.
Yep. So again, I'm loving this movement that Memorial does in the first part of their zone offense. They hit the back bail and then right back up to the original thrower bail, and they follow that throw and hit the middle. But what's so nice with this Regina's defense is they allow those passes to just keep accumulating, and by the time that the pressure amounts up and Memorial starts throwing tosses like these, and that's not working for him.
Look at that.
I guess it worked. Again, that was the same thing what we were talking about earlier in the game, where like it would be important for Memorial to take advantage of those 5 to 10 yards from the end zone and trying to be a bit more cleaner in the end zone. But when you get lucky when you toss a pass like that, I guess it works out.
There you go. And that's number 23, Al, with the goal from Memorial. Just a beautiful little float pass. Crossfield float pass, almost from the away side to the open side. I mean,
it just sat up there.
It just sat up there and it floated. And Regina was a little bit. They probably were not expecting that type of throw coming out of him. So it's definitely, you gotta start taking the risks at this point in the game.
True.
Of course, that was super well done. Like,
I agree.
It looks effortless when throws go off like that.
I don't know if I would be confident to throw that kind of pass, but you know what I'm saying? Well, no, it's good. Again, it's Memorial, taking those risks and showing that they're not afraid to throw those. And again, you heard as soon as they score that point, they're fired up. They're going to keep on fighting right till the end. Still got lots of time, like you said. So we're going to hope that they continue to put this pressure and really show Regina that they're not willing to back down. Not just yet. Ooh, nice close one, close deep by number 0. Regina getting out of this zone. You got number 8 busting deep, but number 2's picking him up. Memorial still playing the zone here. Up to number 14. Joshua trying to hit number 13. Nice catch by Will Person. Very, very nice flick blade. Kind of just fell right into Will Person's hands. The more defender was kind of right there, but I don't know if you know, Marcy, but that throw back in Quebec, we called that the caribou throw.
Ooh, okay.
And it's where the flick blade just kind of like comes down on the flick blade. It's just really hard for defenders in order to read those. So that really looked like a very nice executed caribou throw that, again, Person just fell right into his hands. The more defender had no chance of being able to read that. So.
Well, I really like that, the caribou throw. I think that's a creative way. We have so many names for different throws. We got the chicken wing, we got the hammer, you got the scuba. A disc can be thrown 2 ways, but it also can be thrown 6 other different ways.
That is true.
As long as you're able to capitalize with those ways, then I think that's what works best. So it's super nice, like those different throws, to be able to see them, and people are using different methods to score and not just your regular flick or backhand.
Correct.
So.
And again, what's so impressive is these players being able to execute these different types of arrays of throws in this wind. You would think that with this wind like that, it'd be very tough for them to throw, or like, I know my hands would be freezing if I had to throw in this wind. But really credit to these really awesome athletes, showing that they're not fazed by the wind and, catching the disc very well. And yeah, and they're still playing very hard. Another unfortunate drop there on number 93. So again, you got Regina here, and I'm looking for another break opportunity. You got Nicholas. What looked like it almost touched the ground, but nice catch here by number 2, Brady Reed. Oh, throws up a nice blind pass there to number 14, Joshua. Oh. Uh-oh.
93 had great defense there, was doing so well. You see him standing up here. Hopefully he's okay. It's never good to see a guy go down in pain, relatively, just because of injuries. Injuries are huge in Frisbee. So we're hoping that Kilfoy's okay, and, but great pressure defense there.
I agree. He was right there on the inside. Credit to Joshua getting up very early in order to get that disc and keep possession here. So again, we hope that Kilfoy will be okay. We got Nicholas here with the disc. Again, going back to Joshua. Joshua to Schultz. Schultz with the disc here, number 15. Oh, an uncrucial drop by Brady.
Good job to 22, Victoria McKay. Just putting a little bit of pressure on there.
Nice pressure there. So we got House here, this number 24. Was up to number 7, Mac. Up to number 91, Al. Oh, look at that beautiful high pass backhand there from Al. Scoring the goal for Memorial.
And there you go. Again, one of those crossfield passes that, sometimes we're not looking on the defensive end, and we don't expect those passes to go out. But definitely they've used that twice. I mean, both teams have used it actually. So you gotta use what works, right?
Exactly. Yeah, so Memorial again is showing that they're not fazed by this win. They're going to keep on pushing right to the end. Again, there were some really great movements there on that one. We're at 10-7, so it's still very very close. Memorial can still get a couple of crucial breaks. I think if they can try to get one upwind break here, that would be really, really helpful for them trying to narrow this gap. So we'll see if they'll still continue with the zone and try to add a bit more pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, and we finally got the sun coming out. I can feel it now.
We go.
Let's go.
And that disc just rolled out of bounds. Memorial just passed the halfway mark, and Regina will have the disc on the open side here.
Yep. We got Lee Barber here with the disc. So he's looking upwind here. He's trying to look for the break side. Oh, that looked like it almost grazed, but nice hold there by Will Person. Up to Nicholas. I guess nice little zone. They're really just containing the break side. They're just trying to keep it on the open side here. But nice, really good fakes here by number 12 from Nicholas and Lee Barber. Up to number 8. Trying to look for the middle. Back to Nicholas. They're popped it out now. They're moving now to number 12, back to number 14, back to the number 14 again. A couple of inches from the end zone. Back to Lee Barber. They're setting up a vert. And it looks like it's a goal for number 8, Andrew Benson.
Benson with his second goal of the game. And yeah, you know what? Regina has not stopped. Like the coach was mentioning, he's got a good group of guys who are very coachable and work well with the systems that they have in place. And you can see it, 11-7 lead for Regina. They have not stopped working hard. They have not stopped putting pressure.
Yeah, no, definitely. And again, it was a really nice zone by Memorial, really containing them on that open side, but very good patience by Regina to move it up between the handlers on that open side. And once that hole, if the cup was not able to stay with them as they're moving up that sideline, that one little hole that pops open, and there goes Nicholas with a nice inside flick to pop it up, and then they just went to town on that break side between number 14 Joshua and 12 Lee Barber, just a give and go, and then Joshua with a nice feed to Andrew Benson for the goal. So again, it's that depth that Regina has is really showing here, and taking their patience. They have their handlers that can keep it just moving, and then once they get into that open space, everyone else is touching the disc, being involved, and really make it easier for the team to move down the field.
And that's what you see. You're seeing a lot from Regina. You could see their depth. Their scores are not the same guys. Schultz got a couple, Benson's got a few, Hartel's been in the end zone. You can just tell their depth there. It's not the same players. So definitely,
Yep. So here we got number 91 up to 13 to house number 24. Trying to look for the break side, open side. It's number 91. Oh, bob a little bit, but he keeps possession. We got 23. Oh, was going to open side. 13, trying to look for open. Hits number 23. Oh, a nice big cut by 91 with the one hand. No hesitation grab. Just right on the end zone line there for the goal from Memorial.
And we got a score of 11-8 here. So, Memorial just keeps pushing away to score, and they're playing well, for what we've seen from Regina. Definitely some good Frisbee we're watching right now.
I agree.
Definitely if they make whichever team gets out of this game, makes it a bit further in the tournament. They've got depth, they've got some talent, some great diverse handler movements from both teams. They are both from places where they have a bunch of wind, so they understand those concepts. So definitely for the Opens division, it'll be interesting to see which team goes in.
I'm very excited to see. Again, if you guys don't know, there's 2 bids out of this Friday's qualifier to make it to the big leagues. And again, everyone would love nothing more but to make to that Division 1 showdown. So, every team is going to be giving all they got, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more really bigger games. Again, like Varsity said earlier, we have 2 more games going to be coming on later today, and both of them are going to be games to go on both Open and the Women's Division. So, looking forward to those matchups later on. But again, here we are seeing again Memorial playing that zone defense, trying to just add a little bit more pressure. And Regina still not phased, hitting that open side. Hitting nice little face. Oh, it's kind of hanging here. This could be the chance. Oh, that was going to be a call, but Memorial with a nice D, short field to work with. This could be the big break opportunity for them.
Yeah, it's a good pressure defense by number 15, and you can tell he was avoiding contact. Oh!
Ooh.
It's a good idea by House. Definitely the look up the line, but there was a lot of pressure coming in from Regina, and maybe just punching it in the hole up the line just to try, but you got to be patient when you're coming close to the line, especially with the score right now.
That is true. So again, we got Regina going to work again on the zone offense. Again, going between number 12. Oh, it's hanging Brown, maybe. Oh, he decides not to go for the big dangerous D. Oh, number 10. Christian Makulo with the unfortunate drop there. It looked like he had that. And was trying to do a little spin thing to easily catch it, but just kind of went through his hands.
So we got a quick timeout here. It's very good to see Brown avoiding that dangerous play. Like is mentioned in Frisbee, it's very non-contact, and sometimes it's difficult to make sure you're not running into any of the players. So from Brown's perspective and for both of us who are Frisbee players, understanding the respect that comes along with your body and when you're throwing it around and trying to play safe.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely true. He definitely saw that he'd rather, not go for the dangerous play, and great job on that. And it still turned into a turn, so still worked out for him. So we're going to see if they, again, have to march up the 90 yards here in this win. And hopefully try to tighten this game.
Yeah, so we have a score of 11-8 for Regina against Memorial. We are here at VC Showcase Field in Brampton, Ontario. The sun is shining, and we've got Frisbee all day long. So please stay tuned online and watch some good Frisbee.
Yeah, you got your boy Lance in the building alongside Varsity, aka Alicia. Holding it down here for the peeps. All right, so house number 24 up to Brown. Oh, nice little thick up line. Looking for, a nice big break side to house. House up to number 4. Looking for a nice pass up to number 12, Santos. Looked like he had that. Up to Brown. Number 15. Brown with the disc in the middle, looking for options. Up to house. Again, it's just a bit of a handler movements between Memorial, kind of taking some negative yards. We'll see if Brown will bust out the scooper. Oh, no, he likes to take negative yards. But here we're not seeing the middle handler looking for House on that continuation. House gets it on the middle. Okay, maybe he'll get it here. All right, he gets it to number 6. Middle to Brown. Again, Brown and House really anchoring this offense here. But a lot of the cutters downfield are just very deep.
Regina has a good way of putting pressure on the handlers, knowing how the wind is today. But, it hasn't stopped Memorial from working it up
there it is.
The field.
It's a big pass, number 6. This could be a nice break here. Oh, he looked it off. Number 6 again with the disc. Oh, 4, you had him. You got 24 there. Oh, he looks for the break. There's the break opportunity there. Nice goal by House, number 24. And that's a break for Memorial.
Yeah.
Nice upwind.
It was looking a little bit stagnant. They were, those negative yards. And, it wasn't looking too good. Maybe a turnover was coming. But they were able to just swing the disc to the home side and really work it up that way. And you can tell as soon as they swung the disc and they did a quick movement, they were able to work it up the field, work it in the end zone, and then House, puts himself in a beautiful position to score. And it's an 11-9 game here.
And actually, I think it was House that actually got the big hole. He got like a 15, 20-yard gainer just from his half that opened that up to, I believe it was number 4, got the big pass here that opened up that. Because the middle was kind of contained for a little bit, and then House found a big hole and shot a 15-yard gainer right through, and then it was like kind of 4-on-2, and then like you said, House with that big goal there and a big break from Memorial. So let's see if they can take advantages. Now they're going downwind. If they can get a turn here, they can pull in within 1.
Yeah, and like we said, you can get a bit of energy from the sidelines here from Memorial.
That's a big pull. Right at the back of the end zone. Looks like Callahan territory. It's got Nicholas with this. Okay, they moved very well getting out of the end zone. Up to number 13, Will Person. Crossed up to number 14, Joshua Christensen. A nice zone. Oh, and again, there's a D by Brown. Big break here, opportunity again for Memorial. Brown with the disc. Number 24, House making the big cut. And that's the goal for number 6. And there it is.
We are within 1 now. The score is 11-10 for Regina.
Wow.
What a second half type of team right here. We are We got a huge defensive possession there by Brown. They're really, and there we go. There we have the horn.
That's the horn there.
I mean, for the game it was at the beginning, Regina was really in control for a bit. You can see that Memorial's not lacking anything right now.
No.
They're doing all the right things.
That's correct.
They're in the right position. So we'll see what happens here at this point.
You know what was interesting was that I found like the score didn't really show how close the game actually was. I feel like we were seeing Regina look like they were really setting the tone the entire time, but Memorial just took their time. Just nitpicking, waiting for those opportunities. Like we always said, there are always a couple of opportunities there making this game close. And now in this second half, they're really starting to show that they are ready to tie this game up. So nice, the back-to-back break opportunities for them. Let's see if they can do this again and possibly tie this game.
Yeah, we have our generals on the field for Regina here in the handler's position. So
Benson up to Person. Benson again with the disc. Up to Person. Oh, Person, a low throw there to trying to hit Nicholas. And then miss. And again, another opportunity for Memorial. And I don't know, it's like Regina not looking a little bit focused here right now. So Brown hits up to Pike, number 4. It's number 91, Al. Hits Brown. Brown again being that craftsman, getting every second pass. Number 91 up to number 10. Looks like double L. Up to McCowan, number 6. Oh, he's trying to look for a bail. He doesn't see anything. Okay, it's number 91. They're just taking their time here, moving the handler. Oh, he's got number 6. A nice flick. Go attack it. Oh, look like he was waiting a bit long, but he attacked it right at the last second.
So, yeah, that is definitely very controversial. The way they both went up for it, Regina player did see number 6 coming in to get the disc. Sometimes it's a blind play, so you got to be super careful. Thankfully, they were both able to, shake hands and move their body in the right way, and the disc stays with Memorial in the end zone line.
Oh, he looked like he had that.
The call here.
And I don't know if you saw that too, Alicia, but one of the Regina players did get a yellow card for that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess the observer recognized that was a bit of a dangerous play, as he recognized the Memorial player was going there and still tried to go into the spot. But again, like you said, good thing no one was hurt. And now there seemed to be a strip call. It looked like it was contested, so we'll come back to number 6, McCowan, inches from the end zone. So again, it's a big opportunity for Memorial to possibly tie this game. Oh, this one's hanging. And number 15 with the goal. And we're tied up. Oh my gosh.
And it's unreal.
That's unreal.
We've got a tie game. Yeah, the score at the beginning definitely, like you said, it doesn't do justice for the efforts that were put in, especially on the Memorial side. But it finished with an 11-11 score.
Well, that's done. Oh my gosh. I gotta say, that's a really awesome comeback for Memorial. Again, like you said, we thought Regina was just really overpowering them, and just the veterans that they had on this field was really showing their prowess. And Memorial just did not give up. They kept on pushing, nitpicking, adjusted, and then the second half really showed their certain players that came up and did their thing and tied this game.
Yeah, really good first game, first start to the tournament. A lot of excitement and energy. We want to thank our observers today for their guidance on the field. What a finish to our first game at VC Showcase Fields. 11-11 for Regina Memorial. I want to thank our cameraman and Lance for the first time at commentating. We will be back this afternoon with the games to go.